Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing my non-spoiler review for Captain Marvel. This was so exciting to see. I was so nervous for it because there was a lot of controversy surrounding the movie in terms of sexist backlash and stuff like that. So I was I just didn't know what news to believe, and I didn't know what I was just very overwhelmed going into the film, so I tried to just not think about it at all. And let me tell you, I had an outstanding time watching this movie. It was so much fun. Captain Marvel is a force to be reckoned with. Brie Larson portrays her in a beautiful, strong, empowered, modern way, and the 90s references just tie the whole thing together, and it's just a beautiful package. It's weird to think about it being involved in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because it felt so different than the rest of the MCU movies. Despite the fact that it had Agent Coulson and Nick Fury in it, it was just different. And maybe that's because the world we know within the MCU is different than the one we see within Captain Marvel, because it is set in, I think, 1995. So the Tony Stark, Avengers kind of vibe that the MCU holds, it's not the same. The technology, nowhere near the same. It's just different, very different. So that took some getting used to. And that, along with some preconceived notions I had about characters that I knew from the comics going in, I was kind of confused and overwhelmed while watching the movie, but overall, it didn't detract from my experience enough to me to dock too many points. I genuinely did enjoy this movie so much. I think Brie Larson did a fantastic job. Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, I loved getting to learn more within the movies about Nick Fury and about more of his past, his just his character, seeing him in a different light because he's at a different age, and that was so fascinating to see, and his camaraderie with Carol Danvers, and just the way Sam and Brie played off of each other was fantastic. Like, it was so well done. I loved it so much. So well respected. It looked so good. Captain Marvel, as she is herself, incredibly powerful. I won't go into too much detail about it in this review because I don't want there to be too many spoilers, but wow, she's very powerful, and it's very impressive, and it looks so cool. Overall, I would say the CGI in some cases, it's like some points was really good and in other points was really weak. So I'm not sure why there's not consistency there, but I think that is something that kind of pulled me out of it just at a few moments, just as it did for Spider-Man Homecoming or Black Panther. Just like a few moments, like quick moments where I'm like, that does not look real at all. So if they could have just improved that a little bit, that would have been great. I think the editing, so good. I have no idea how they were going to tell this story, if it would be linear or bouncing all over the place, because obviously she has her past, which she does not remember, as we see in the trailers. And I did not know how they were going to do it, but I'm really pleased with how they did it, and I think that it worked really well, and it was very effective. So props to the directors and the editing for that, and also I think the screenplay was very good. None of the comedy felt very forced to me. I genuinely laughed. And a lot of the 90s jokes, like just things taking a long time to load, or like the blockbuster, stuff like that, it was really funny. So yeah, I don't have that much to say, aside from the fact that all the cast did really well, everyone pulled their weight, the costumes looked outstanding, and there's a lot to look forward to from this character and other storylines that were set up within this film going forward. So yeah, it's super exciting, and I can't wait to talk to you guys more about it in my spoiler review, which I will do when I'm home during spring break, because I'm about to leave. Yeah, but it's so good. It looks, it just, Higher, Further, Faster. I am so pleased with this movie, and I'm so grateful for Marvel and for Brie Larson for doing it well and for not making it sexist, because it's not sexist against men, by the way. If any of you were wondering, there's no like female empowerment spiel or anything like that. It's literally just, they're just going about their business. Like there's no, the only thing that could be slightly taken as offensive to men, I guess, is the fact that they reference that women weren't allowed to fly missions in the Air Force at the time that Carol and her team were in the Air Force. And that's just history. That's not even opinion. That's non-negotiable. It's like, that's just fact. So I think the movie defies my expectations in a good way, and it's really worth seeing on the big screen, and I hope you guys like it. It does feel very different from the rest of the MCU movies, just kind of in the same way that Ant-Man and the Wasp does, and Ant-Man, but in a different way. It was weird. It was a weird movie. Prepare yourself for that. But there's so much more to talk about, and we will discuss all of that in my spoiler review. So check that out. Subscribe if you want to see more of my coverage from this movie and to see that review. Subscribe if you want to see my Endgame coverage, which is coming up. Should be getting a second trailer in the next 3 weeks. That's very exciting. And yeah, so there's a lot to look forward to. Get excited. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked Captain Marvel or if you liked my review, and leave a comment down below if you plan on seeing this movie, or if you have seen it, what you think of it. And keep everything respectful, please, because for some reason people are out to get this movie, and I don't understand why, because a lot of them haven't seen it yet. So watch the movie, then comment your opinions on the movie. Yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys about all of this. It's so exciting. And yeah, have a good day, everyone. Bye.